back, everyone.
Welcome back. Oh my god. Another episode within like a week of the other one?
Who are we?
What are we? This is ridiculous. I'm exhausted. Lauren was exhausted last time. Now I'm exhausted.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I took a little bit of your melatonin so I could fall asleep for a decent amount so I would be awake for this episode.
Great. Well, you could do most of the talking today because I'm
going to.
I'm so tired because it was a warm out. Well, it wasn't warm out, but it was just humid from like the rain yesterday, and like it's still just like sitting in my room, and I could not sleep. And I'm the big tired.
The big tired?
The big tired.
I'm sorry.
So if I say things that sound stupid, that's why.
I feel you.
So, but we had to record this episode this week because
what we're going to talk about is pretty relevant.
Yeah, it's pretty current, we should say.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't want to wait like 3 fucking weeks to talk about it.
Because then no one's going to care.
Yeah. So. But it's like this week, it was like Karma City.
Oh, it was great. My Twitter was so hot with tea. I have like first degree burns from it. I do. So much scalding hot fucking tea.
Like I want to say like the last 3 or 4 days, Laura's been texting me and she's like, "You are not going to believe this shit." I'm like, my heart can't take this anymore. But yeah, there's so much going on with just like, okay, it's the gaming community on YouTube and then there's the beauty community.
Yeah.
Because Laura and I are, more so you than me, follow pretty close.
Yeah.
With,
I do.
What's going on.
I'd rather follow that than the fucking Kardashians, who are now, like, infiltrated into YouTube, which is a whole other story.
Like, who gives a shit about them anymore? They're, like, obsolete now. Like, they need to just go away. Them and their 10,000 children need their own island.
Kim Kardashian just had her 4th baby, and I'm like... And I only know about that because I saw it on Twitter. And I'm like, I don't care. You know, you got to keep the army alive, so you might as well just, have like 4, minion spawns or whatever.
But with Kanye West, of all people, he's actually stupid. Why would you breed with someone that is actually fucking dumb?
I don't think he's stupid. He's just full of himself.
No, he's stupid. I'm standing by that.
Okay.
He's stupid.
Well,
anyway.
I'm just going to say he's not stupid and full of himself because God forbid the Illuminati's listening.
Oh, they won't listen to us. They don't give a shit what we have to say.
Okay, but then when we're dead in about a year from the Illuminati, we're going to come back to this and be like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Well, in that case, Kanye, whatever. Oh, not that I give a shit.
I don't think anything's going to happen. I'm just kidding.
No, I know.
But
there's just been so much happening. Not even just with that, just like in the news in general lately. We're just like, we have to talk about this.
I know.
Like, we won't get too deep on the show. We'll just stick to the gaming things and like the
YouTube and beauty dramas.
Yeah, because anything more political than that. If you want to listen to a political podcast, please click off and go somewhere else. But we are not that. So.
You want to listen to Alex Jones like scream at a camera for an hour? Then do that.
Yeah.
Even though everyone's trying to shut down InfoWars, it's just not going to happen.
I know.
And not that I agree with what he says, but when you stop, when you start limiting freedom of speech, like, it's not good for anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they suck. But if we could shut down Alex Jones, you think we could shut down the Westboro Baptist Church by now?
Yeah.
I mean, my God.
I know.
Fucking anyway.
Well, anyway, on a somewhat lighter note.
On a really light note, it smells like a fire in here.
Oh, it's great.
Someone's lighting it's like noon. Someone has a fire going, and I'm like, thank you, God.
So happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm just glad. Oh my God, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, don't say it.
Well, it's nice and quiet in here.
Yes.
So, let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So, I got this frantic text from Lauren at like 3 a.m. Like, when was it? Hold on.
It was 2 days ago.
2 days ago. I went to go pick up my phone. I'm like, 2 days ago.
Well, technically, yesterday early morning.
Yeah. 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I get this text from her, and it's a screenshot of a tweet. I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah.
Do you have it, or do you want me to get it?
You have it, because I have it on my iPad.
Hold on.
Oh, my God.
She screenshots me this tweet. And I'm like, I was like just about to go to bed. I was so sleepy, I didn't even process it at first. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you talking
You probably
about?
just looked at it and then fell asleep.
Yeah, I literally did. Because, hold on, let me see. Where is it? Oh, I got it. If it wants to fucking... There we go. It's a tweet from a girl named Heidi O'Farrell, who was married to a guy named Projared, who's like a gamer on YouTube.
Yes.
And she's tweeting at a girl named Holly Conrad, who was married to a guy named Ross O'Donovan, who is part of Game Grumps. So Heidi texts to Holly. She goes, honestly, you look very ashamed and insecure in all the nudes you sent to my husband. I think it would help your chronic self-esteem issues if you started fucking men that weren't already married.
When I saw that, I exploded. I'm like, I cannot believe I'm seeing this at 3 a.m. when no one is awake. I'm like, I have to talk to someone about this. Then, for the next 3 hours, it was 6 in the morning by the time I went to bed. All I did was look at Twitter. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Can I just preface really quick? When I saw that, I literally thought you were talking about Playboy. Because those were two, like, names of, like, girls for Playboy or whatever. Like, that fucked Hugh Hefner. Or at least I think Holly was, or Heidi. I don't remember which one it was.
I think Holly.
I think it was I thought it had to do with like Hugh Hefner, and I'm like, I'm like, they're all whores. Who gives a shit, you know? I'm like, why is Lauren texting me? And then I didn't dawn on me until I'm like, wait a second, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Laura and I loved Holly.
Yeah.
We loved her, you know? And
she's into a lot of the same things we are, like the occult and like... Well, she's more into, like, medieval
I like
things.
that stuff, too. And, you know, it's like...
Well, Dungeons and Dragons.
I still love her artwork, and I love, like, some of her video. Like, she's, like, very, like, an interesting person.
Yeah.
But I was like, are you fucking kidding me with this?
Yeah.
It's like, we just bought shirts of hers from her. She has a clothing line called Trash Witch. And we just bought shirts from her. And I was like, oh, now if I wear this, people are going to know that I support a fucking home-wrecking whore, you know? So, I know, it was like 3 a.m. I get this text.
Mm-hmm.
And then you fell down a hole.
Yeah.
Again.
I did. This is my life. YouTube should just pay me to fall down their holes.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh. You know what I mean.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Well,
Lauren, there are people that get paid for going down holes. They're called hookers. And if you would like to be that, I strongly encourage you not to be.
We're not, like, shaming anyone who is, but it's kind of dangerous.
But we kind of are shaming them because, girl, please, there are better ways to make money.
You're shaming. I'm not shaming. I don't care. If you want to fuck men for money, go for it. But that ain't me, my dude.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's all fun and games here on the Gemini Archives, and we love and respect all people of races and cultures and sexualities.
Oh my God, I feel like I have to say that now, or else otherwise we're gonna get fucking, I don't know, like ninjas are gonna fall through the ceiling and like slice my neck open.
Fucking let them. What are they? They're not gonna do anything except fucking scream and cry and complain about it on Tumblr, and then they're gonna go take a nap and drink some milk, and they'll be fine.
Drink some milk.
I don't know. What do babies do?
They suck on a tit like a hooker would.
Oh, well. For nourishment, Lauren.
Yeah.
Hookers suck on them for money.
Well, they probably haven't eaten in 3 days either. I mean, they need some kind of nourishment.
Well, I guess.
Well, this took a turn.
Well, if you're a hooker, we love you here at the Gemini Archives.
Please call in, because I would love to hear your hooker stories.
Honestly, I would too. You know, I'm talking shit. Do whatever the hell you want. You're not hurting anyone. I don't care. But anyway, if I find out that you were hooking Lauren, I would be very, very sad.
I look like a potato right now.
Please.
I would never.
Lauren, please. That's not good for your self-esteem.
Potatoes are good for the soul, though.
I stand corrected. So anyway, getting back to this. So
Yes.
I get this text. I go to sleep. I don't think anything of it. I wake up the next day. Lauren practically broke my door down.
Yeah.
As soon as I was awake. To tell me. She's like, you have no idea. And I'll let you explain it because I still
had
really know.
all the receipts. I've been reading about it for 2 days now. And I'm like...
Receipts?
Yeah. Evidence, basically. That's the hip way to say it. That's what all the drama channels say. I have the receipts.
Oh my god, did I just show my age? Oh no.
No, it just means you don't watch as many drama channels as I do.
I don't watch... This is how many I watch, Lauren.
Megan held her hand up and made a number 0.
0. I don't watch shit.
I know. Well, I don't really watch the drama channels either. I just have to see what's going on because, like, my curiosity gets the best of me.
I watch, like, 3 YouTube channels, so...
Well, I watch 64 or something like that.
Wait, really?
Not all at once. But yeah, I believe I have 64 subscriptions.
Oh, I think I have like 12.
Seriously?
Yeah, and like one of them is a channel that I manage, the Bloodstorm YouTube channel. You should go to Bloodstorm Official Web Cult on YouTube and watch every single video.
Please.
Please. Because Chris Gamble is a friend of the show, and we love him, and we love Bloodstorm. Go watch that shit.
Yeah.
But
sorry.
I thought I was the tired one.
I just had to get Aaron. I'm not actually tired.
But yeah, I don't really watch that much YouTube, so... Anyway,
yes.
that was my age showing. I'm sorry. I'm going to be 27 in a few weeks.
Here's what happened. So, I'm on Twitter, and I follow Holly on Twitter. Well, I used to. I don't follow her anymore. And I saw she commented on... Because on Twitter, for anyone who doesn't use Twitter for some reason, like the 5 people...
Me, including me.
I know, you actually don't use Twitter.
I really don't.
She replied to one of Projared's posts, and I was like, oh, okay. I don't think that much of it. And it was a statement he made about him getting a divorce with his wife.
Heidi.
Whose
tweet I just read.
Yes. Now, I did not know this before reading this tweet, but he basically spoke on her behalf about the divorce and was just like, you know, Heidi's been going through a lot, or like something to that extent. Hold on. I'm going to get the tweet because he really hasn't tweeted anything since then, so it won't be hard to find. But
if any guy were to try to speak for me,
that's what I'm saying.
I would actually lose my shit. I would be like, "Oh no, I'm an adult. I can handle my own shit."
Yeah.
So get this tweet because I don't even think I read the tweet.
Yeah, he goes,
"Oh my god, it's long as fuck."
It's not that long. He's like, my wife Heidi and I have filed for divorce. I know this may come as a surprising and upsetting... Wait. Oh, I know this may come as surprising and upsetting for many of you, but know that we do this so that we may both seek happiness for ourselves. During this time, you may see a lot of rumors, speculation, and gossip going around. I ask that you make your own observations and come to your own conclusions. Yeah, that rumor and speculation and stuff was his wife calling his ass out on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I will add that this decision was reached after extensive individual therapy on my part and couples therapy together. With that said, this is all I plan on stating publicly regarding this matter. Heidi's privacy, mental well-being, and discretion has always been and will remain my highest priority through all of this. And I'm going to tell you why that's some bullshit in like 2 seconds. It is my hope that we both exit this marriage with style and grace. I plan on continuing to do everything I can on my part to make this happen. Thank you for your understanding, patience, kindness, and the respect for our privacy. So this motherfucker literally has the nerve to say, my wife's privacy, mental well-being, and discretion has always been and will remain my highest priority through all of this. Well, bitch, this fucking chick comes out with a plethora of tweets. Not even just
I
like
read
a couple.
all of them.
It was a string of tweets of how Jared...
And we can link that because we're not reading it.
No, I'm not going to read it. basically, Jared, this weasel-ass looking motherfucker, was cheating on her for months with Holly, who had just gotten out of her relationship too.
Her marriage.
Yeah. So, and called them straight the fuck out on Twitter. She didn't even hold back. And I was like, you know what? Good for her. You know? For saying that shit. Because what I'm going to talk about later is exactly what happened in my last relationship. Because this is exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. What happened to this girl is what happened to me. And I'm going to talk about why that's some shit and how emotionally damaging that is. So.
Yeah, and it's we'll say, like, normally stuff like this we don't really talk about on the podcast, like people's like drama and bullshit. But it's so relevant to what happened that we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to explain on every level why it's fucked up. And how people do these things, what they, you know, their intentions behind it. Is I went through it. I know exactly how she feels. Mercifully, never had to get married or anything like that, but, you know, I feel bad that she's now have to go through all the legal process of it, plus deal with the emotional side of it. Because not only did he cheat on her with one of her best friends for months, and that's the reason people are speculating why she moved from California to Seattle, where they live.
Her as in Holly.
Yes.
Because she lived in LA and now she lives in Seattle.
And Holly made it out to be that her reason for moving to Seattle is because she just didn't want to live in California anymore. But Ross, her husband at the time, could not move because he's been working on an actual cartoon for like years now. And moving away would be pointless. So they, from what we've heard, that's the reason why they got the divorce. But, oh no, this fucking home-wrecking son of a bitch had to move all the way to Seattle to be closer to this gremlin. He is a gremlin. Like, go look up a picture of Projared, because I'm not putting that shit in there.
Look.
He's fucking gross looking.
Yeah, you know, I'm not one to quickly judge by someone's appearance.
No.
But
me either.
When you act like a piece of shit, your outside also looks like shit, too.
Yeah.
To me. That's just how I work.
I know.
You know? If he was a fucking saint, I could look past it. But, you know, he is a disgusting human.
Yeah.
Just for the shit he's done.
Not only did he do that, but then it came out, he had a Tumblr blog of body positivity, and I'm going to put that in the biggest quotes, where people, and specifically underage girls, some of them, would send him nudes. And he made it out to be that his wife was totally fine with it. That, oh, we're in an open relationship and she doesn't mind at all and she's in on it and it's fine. Because people like him know how to sweet talk people. They know exactly what to say to cover their fucking ass so they could get away with the slimy shit that they do. And
underage girls.
Underage. And it's like teenagers, you know, nothing like too
children,
young, but
yeah.
it's still underage and it's still disgusting.
So he literally pulled the dude from Inquisition did the same shit years ago. Yeah, and now nobody fucking listens to that band because he's a slimy fuck, so he's gonna get his, you know?
Yeah. And here's the thing, though. He has no remorse for what he did. He doesn't give a shit that happened to him. And he's gonna just talk his way around it. Like, bitch, you got called out. And plus, the people, you know, the victims of his fucking, you know, whatever that he was doing, came out and showed all their receipts of the pictures he sent them, his disgusting ass fucking dick pics. And like one of them, he was dressed up as someone from Sailor Moon. Like, you could Google it and they'll all come up. It's disgusting.
Oh God! Or don't save yourself. Don't look at it.
You know, this is where I would usually put a warning. If you're younger than 18, please don't look. But no one under 18 is listening to us. Like, literally no one.
And anyone over 18 shouldn't look at that anyway because it's just hard on the eyes. Just saying. That's a warning for all ages.
I know.
But
it's
disgusting. It was so crazy to the point where our friend Nick, who has been on the podcast before, hi Nick, we hope you're listening. He messaged us about it, and we never talk about stuff like this.
No,
ever,
well,
unless it's like people that we know in our personal lives.
Yeah,
because it's happened before.
Well, it's because Nick was I don't know if he still is, but he was a JonTron fan, and they're part of a group called Normal Boots. And Normal Boots is basically kind of just like a company where like different gamers like are associated with. And Projared was associated with that company. And it's also like the Completionist, Did You Know Gaming, and like a Peanut Butter Gamer, and like a few others. And yeah, they completely took Jared off. And they did the same thing to John a few years ago when all of his racist shit came out. That's a whole different story I'm not getting into.
Oh, give me a break.
No, it was bad.
Was it really bad?
Yeah, it was really bad.
It wasn't just like he implied something
No.
racist?
It was bad.
It was blatant?
Yeah.
John, why you gotta be like that?
Yeah. Those Aries don't know how to hold back, man.
I know. But yeah, I know. I'm sitting there and I'm reading all. I literally had just woken up and Lauren's like breaking down my door to tell me all this, and I'm like, "What happened?"
Oh my god!
And then I looked on Holly's Instagram. She was getting pictures of literally her cat.
Yeah,
people are putting like the snake emoji,
the clown emoji,
the crab emoji, just like fucking you, fucking whore, you fucking this. And then there's people still defending her, like, dude, no, she's totally fine for going behind her husband's back and being a fucking thought, you know? It's just like, in the words of the youth, a thought.
Yeah.
That's the word everybody used for her. And I'm like,
yeah.
I almost was like, what the fuck does that mean? You know? Like, I thought it meant something different before, but now I'm seeing what it really means.
I think it was like an acronym before for that hoe over there.
A
thought. So...
Oh, yeah. She's definitely a hoe for doing that's some hoe shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm stunned, you know, because I hate that. It's happened to me before, too, you know? I've been cheated on before like that, and it's like, I wish I said something.
Yeah. I've been cheated on in every relationship except for one. Literally.
That's horrendous.
Yeah. So... But this most recent one was really bad. And I'm not fucking holding back because I'm pretty sure the dumb fuck doesn't listen to this podcast. And if he does, go fuck yourself. Don't listen to me. Don't even think about me or know that I exist.
Well,
because
it's going to be one of those episodes, folks.
Fucking buckle up, kids. If you don't want to hear me rant, just turn it off right now. But
we're going to take it there.
But I'm putting it out there. It's finally time to air this shit out and talk about what exactly fucking happened to me. Why I've been depressed for over a year, like severely depressed. Why I put on so much weight. Why I have self-confidence issues. Why my life has turned completely upside down because of this fucking shit. And to see this so publicly happen to someone, I wanted to cry. I'm like, I feel so bad for her because I know exactly how that feels. To have someone speak on your behalf and say everything is fine and try to make it out so they don't get victimized is fucking bullshit. And I probably should have said something sooner, but like now I'm gonna fucking say it. I put on my steel nuts and here I go.
Your steel nuts.
But we're gonna do it once we come back from a break, though.
Okay. Is it that time?
Yeah, it's been
Lord.
20 minutes.
Oh shit. I feel like we just sat down to do this.
Yeah, but that's all we're gonna talk about for the Projared thing. That's all that happened.
Yeah, if you really want to look into it, there's a million articles, tweets, fuck it, whatever about it. You can read it. And
but I'm saying this is how it's relevant to my life.
Yeah,
you know?
and there's so many video, like everybody's fucking talking about it still.
Yeah.
So, and the memes are fucking hilarious.
Oh, the memes kill me.
Yeah. So, if you want to read about it, go read about it. That's just basically what happened. Dumb fuck cheats on beautiful, gorgeous wife with, what did Nick call her?
Shrek's cousin.
Shrek's cousin.
I laughed for a long time over that.
And now everybody's pissed.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny, too, because her ex-husband, Holly's ex-husband, Ross, he made a tweet about it yesterday, and he literally just was like, yeah, I've dealt with this already. I'm fine. I'm going to use this popular tweet to shout out something that I really love.
Yeah, and then he talked about a cartoon called Tales of Altherian or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I believe I'm sorry if I got the name wrong, but they're like, it's a very good cartoon. I actually checked it out.
Yeah.
And you know, he's like, since this tweet is going to gain a lot of traction, I'm going to use this as a time to promote something that needs promoting, you know?
And it's like, you know what? Class act.
Yeah.
That's a way to fucking do it.
And then fucking Gerard, the completionist, him and Shane from Did You Know Gaming both donated $5,000 to charity because of it. They're like, we have nothing to say. We think it's disgusting, but I'm just going to put some money towards charity and that's it.
Yeah.
So, and it was for like suicide prevention and like
sex trafficking or something. It's like, yeah, good. You know, it's a good way to take a bad situation and do something good about it, you know?
Yeah.
Not that it really helps the situation, but it definitely like, because it's so easy to like feed into the negativity, because if you go to either of their fucking like pages on anything, it's just it's a bloodbath.
Holly and Jared, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a fucking bloodbath.
Oh, yeah. People are out for blood.
And it's like, you know what? The internet's going to take care of that. I'm just going to, you know, take the higher road, you know?
Yeah.
And just
quietly disassociate myself and just do something positive because we don't need any more negativity.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be a little negative for a little bit, but I'm going to tell you how I worked through my shit.
Yeah. Because, you know, there's a difference between, you know, because it's so, like I said, it's just so easy to feed into negativity and just let it consume you. And yeah, your initial reaction should be to get pissed off, you know?
Right.
It's a horrible thing, and it's blatantly disgusting, and especially when you think you're being so sneaky and you get caught red fucking handed, you know? It's like, you're fucking dumb. But, okay, so you could either scream, cry, and carry on and be a fucking child about it, or you can be an adult about it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, a lot of people chose the adult way, and that's great, you know?
Yeah. That's a very good group of people besides, you know, Jared's scummy fucking ass.
Yeah.
Like, from what I could tell, that whole, like, group of gamers are very level-headed people.
Yeah.
And they know how to handle a situation. So, it doesn't surprise me that they would do something good in a time of something that's so, like, fucking negative and gross.
Yeah.
So, well, with that,
we're gonna go to a break before we come back, and shit's gonna get real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in a song ironically from a band named Kill.
Yeah.
You know, while we're talking about, let's take the high road. Here's a song from Kill. It's actually a new song from them. It's called Prince of Evil Spirits. Yes. And it's really good. And I've been listening to it like religiously, like since they posted it, like, I don't know when it was, like a week ago.
Yeah.
So we're going to put that in. It's going to be a little aggressive. We're going to get fucking hyped to get some fucking aggression out.
It's all coming out, and I'm going to feel liberated after this episode. Thank you for letting me do this, because I don't know who to talk to about it anymore, so I'm just going to put it out to the world.
Well, yeah. Well, you have talked to me about it, so.
I
but
know.
It's about time people fucking knew, like, what really happened. You know?
Because no one knew, because I was told to be quiet about it.
Yeah.
And I'll get into that in a minute. So.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. We're going to put in some Kill, which is what we can do to your ex. I'm just kidding.
No. If anything, his karma will eat him alive, so I don't have to do shit.
Yeah, true.
So.
But, okay. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that song from Kill.
I hope everyone's riled up.
It's not yay by yay this week. I actually knew what song I was gonna put in.
I know.
We came prepared. Who are we this week, though?
I know.
We are doing.
We got it
episode.
the fuck together.
I know. We did another episode. I knew what song I'm gonna put in. It's good. It's a good day. The sun is out. It's been raining for like 3 weeks.
I know. Finally,
the sun is out. I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
it smells like fire. But speaking of fire, we're gonna light this bitch on fire now.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab a tissue just in case.
Oh God,
it might get a little heated because I haven't actually talked about this yet publicly. But I think I did mention it on Facebook after the girl that my ex cheated on me with messaged me on Twitter. But I think that's about it.
Well, speaking of thoughts,
here we go. So here's what happened. I got into a relationship with this guy in 2011. And he lives in California, like in the Los Angeles area. I'm in Connecticut. So, and I was just about to start college. Or I was 1 year in college. I just finished my freshman year when I met him, or I was about to. But I wanted to go to a different school. So I was like in the process of like switching schools and stuff. So I met him, was very happy from the start, and everything was fine for, I'm going to say 3 months at least. Like the first 3 months were fine. But after 3 months, and I was with him for 7 years, so this is my own fucking fault. So after 3 months, things kind of went a little weird where I was like, I don't know if he's like into it or like what, but it was very wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Like the way he treated me, you know? It's like one day he was fine, the next day he wasn't, then the next day he was like in the middle, like it was like all over the place. Mm-hmm. But I held out for those good days because I'm like, oh, he was just having a bad day. It's something you tell yourself when someone is being a fucking asshole.
Well, when you're a good person in a relationship, you just go, oh, okay, like, I love this person, I'll just kind of work through it.
Yeah,
you know?
I accepted his faults, basically, but he couldn't accept mine, which I'll get to in a second. So, I didn't actually meet him in person until 2 years after we started dating, because I was in school, I was busy, and I was broke. Like, I had no money. He didn't have money either. And I don't care. I'm putting it out there. He had no fucking job. He could have easily gotten a job. He could have worked his way to, make himself a better person, but he didn't want to do that. And I encouraged him to because I was in school,
Lazy piece of shit.
Yeah. And he expected me to, let him just stay at my house, even though we've never met before, and that my parents were going to be okay with it, And my mom was definitely not okay with it. She's like, you've never met this guy. If he's going to come here for the first time, he's got to stay at a hotel. He's not staying in this house. And, I fought my mom hard on that for a long time, but I will thank her for that because I wouldn't have let him stay in the house either.
Yeah.
After the way he fucking treated me. So, comes here. If we started dating in April of 2011, he came here in March of 2013. I believe. Yes. So, he came here then, and here's the first fucking red flag, and I knew I should have broke up with him as soon as he left. When I picked him up from the airport, I was with my dad. My dad drove.
And I was there.
And Megan went too, because she wanted to meet him too. He would not hug me, or look at me in the face, or kiss me, or anything. And you fucking figure you are seeing the person that you love for the first time ever be a little more fucking excited.
Yeah.
And I just attributed to, he's tired. He flew across the country. He doesn't want to be touched, and that's fine. Like, I thought that was okay. Bitch, I could be on my deathbed, and I would still hug someone.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't fucking mean anything. He probably saw my face in person, realized, oh, fuck, I made a terrible mistake, and then was just distant the whole time.
It's disgusting.
So, that was like the first time I met him. That's exactly what happened. He wouldn't hold my hand. He wouldn't be affectionate or anything until we were completely alone. So, yeah. And then the second red flag, I knew he was fucking cheating on me. He would never let me near his phone. Never. He was so secretive about who he was talking to, what he was doing, all of that. He wouldn't even let me look at his phone. He would leave his phone in front of me, and, like, that's fine. But I was like, oh, well, I trust him enough that I don't need to look through his phone because he's not going to look through mine. And he didn't. But I should have fucking looked. Because if anyone's going to be that secretive about their messages and their privacy or whatever, they're hiding some shit. And I found out later, he wasn't just cheating on me with one girl. It was a lot of girls. A lot. And I know what everyone's going to say. Oh, well, it's long distance. You kind of have to figure. Yes, but...
No, but not always. I know people that have done long distance and have made it work. You know? But I also know those people would move in with each other after a while, and this dumb fuck didn't want to do anything except sit at home and play video games.
Well, yeah, and he was expecting me, after I finished school, to move over there and take care of his ass. That's exactly what he wanted me to do. And when I didn't do that, because I became depressed in 2016 after a whole string of fucking events happened within my family, and your boyfriend passed away, and, like, it was like a whole bunch of shit. And I was so devastated, like, I didn't even want to do anything, you know, because I was depressed. He basically gave up on me, and because he wasn't getting what he wanted from me. He was not attracted to me physically. He basically just used me to get what he wanted, and he was looking for a wallet to go do what he wanted to do, even though I was making less money than him at the time.
Fucking disgusting.
Because then he finally got his ass up and got a fucking job at a movie theater, and, you know, he only spent his money on himself. He never gave back to anyone, not even his own family. Hardly. So, you really think he was going to spend money on a fucking chick? Give me a break. And because he had one bad relationship where he bought a girl like jewelry and all this shit, and she was a fucking bitch, I had to suffer because of that. Because one girl put that on him, that means suddenly he can't treat me well, even though I treated him with nothing but respect. So this had been going on for years. And I delusionally, when you're in a relationship like this, you delusionally think it's okay. You think, oh, well, he's just having a bad day. Or you write it off as just something else, you know?
Yeah, and, like, I would see it, too, like, when sometimes, like, I'd talk to them both, and he would, like, call you a bitch or something, or just, like, say some, like, mean shit. And then I would be like, fuck you, dude. I'm like, don't talk to her that way. You know, I would speak up and say something, because I don't give a shit. I don't care either way.
Yeah, Megan didn't give a single fuck.
You know, I don't care either way, with him, with anyone. You know, if you say something, I'll fucking say something about it.
Now I'm more like that than I was before, but yes. Yeah,
you know,
you would
like,
say something.
And then he would be like, oh, I was just kidding. I'm like, no, you're not. Stop being a dick, you know? And I got so angry at him when I saw, like, how badly, like, I saw it firsthand, like, when he came here and stuff. Just like, yeah, like you said, like, he wouldn't hold your hand. He wouldn't act like you guys were dating.
Yeah.
And he seemed like he just wanted to hang out with, like, our friends and, like, whatever. And just, like...
He wanted to hang out with you more than me. Literally.
That's hilarious, because I literally did not care if he was here or not.
I know.
But, you know, it's just, like... And even, like, my boyfriend, Chris, like, he even saw it, because we went to Narragansett for a week.
The last time he came here.
Last time he came here, and Chris came for, like, just the weekend, because he had to work during the week. And when we were hanging out and stuff, like, I remember you guys left to, like, go, I don't know, like, go over near the cliffs or whatever, like, on the beach. And Chris, I will never forget it. He looked at me and he was like, why is he, like, holding her hand or something? I was like, they don't even look like they want to be near each other, you know? And I said, I'm like, maybe that's just how, I didn't know. I'm like, who am I to judge someone else's relationship, you know?
Right.
But, like, he met him for one day and knew. One. So... You know, and I knew it too. And I remember when you guys were dating and I was trying to get you to break up with him within the first year. So bad. I'm like, Lauren, I could see it. And I know it was, like you said, it's when you're in, because I've been in that place too, obviously. Yeah. You know, it's very hard when you're in that place to be like, you know, like, oh yeah, this is bad because you think of, like you said, you hold on to the 3 good memories that you have with them and
Yes.
you just run with it.
Yeah.
You know, because I was in a relationship like that too, like only for a year. And I won't get into that because I'm sure there are people listening who know who this guy is, so I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
And it's not my place.
I don't even care if people listening know who my ex is. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah. I just don't want to, I just want to be done with it. But, you know, well, in my case, but, you know, it's just like when you're in that mindset, and it's not until you physically catch them that you go, okay, now I can let go of this.
Yeah.
You know?
And here's the thing. He was so fucking sneaky, I never even caught him.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So, all this happens, right? And not only did he physically not even want to be near me, but we would call each other every day, and it was like a fucking chore to him. He would purposely blow me off for his fucking friends. He would make me feel like shit because he wasn't getting out enough, even though that was on his own regard, and he easily could have went out.
Yeah.
People like him have a way of making everything your fault. Emotionally abusive people do this shit. And that's exactly what Jared is. That's exactly what my ex is. And there's so many fucking people like that in this world. Not just men, but women too.
Yeah.
Who pull this shit on people and think it's okay. They think they could just talk their fucking... Because that was my ex too. He talked his way out of fucking everything. Everything had an excuse. Everything had a reason.
Nothing was his fault.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. Everything was my fault all the time. He made me feel stupid, even though the stupid fuck doesn't know how to turn an oven on. You know? And you think I'm fucking kidding? He literally doesn't know how to work an oven.
He's gonna die alone, basically.
I don't give a shit if he dies alone or surrounded by a bunch of people. I don't give a fuck anymore. He could die on the side of a highway for all I give a shit. Not that I wish death on anyone, but I wouldn't fucking care.
Yeah, but when it happens, oh well.
Yeah, but he would play games with me all the time. Just the fucking making me wait up and miss sleep and not be able to do what I want to do because he wanted to call me and talk to me at that specific time right there and then not even call me on time. Like, there were so many times I can remember where all I wanted to do was hang out with my friends and go out or go to a concert or go to something. But I couldn't because he was going to call me that day or he was going to do something that day and I had to be present and make myself available to him. Even though I was so fucking busy going to school, I was interning, I had a fucking life. And this dude was just trying to isolate me from that fucking life to have some kind of control over me and just so he can like absolve me into like his being so I could just be present for him because no other girl treated him as well as I did. And he didn't want to let that go. That's why he held on to me for so fucking long. But he wasn't physically attracted to me. He didn't give a shit about what I had to say. Every time I would fucking talk, he would never fucking listen to me. Ever. I had to repeat myself so many times, I honestly just stopped telling him things after a while. Because I'm like, why am I going to talk if you're not going to listen to me? If anyone wants to know what my biggest pet peeve in this entire world is, it's just not listening to me talk. That's why I'm doing a podcast. That's why I want to do shit where people choose to listen to me. Because no one's going to listen to me willingly, so fuck it, right? Anyway, I'm getting a little heated.
No comment.
Let me take a second. Just calm down.
Well, it's true, you know, because I saw it firsthand too. Like, you would be talking to him and he would just be on his phone, and I would, like, knock it out of his hand and be like, hey, dumbass, listen to your fucking girlfriend, you know? Because, you know, I'm a nice person, okay? But so when it comes to things like that, I could be a real asshole because it's like you're being blatantly disrespectful, you know?
Well, you know, people who do that shit to people don't even deserve respect.
They don't, you know? It's like you're not reciprocating what you're being given, so you're not worthy of it. It's
because for his entire life, he's been put on this pedestal, like everything he says is the truth. He's delusionally thinks he's right about everything, and he knows everything about everything.
This is why we hit our children.
Yeah, and like, he hasn't had life experience, ever. You and I have traveled, we have been associated with a whole different kinds of people, you know?
Oh, sorry.
We know a bunch of people, we know a bunch of culture, we know a bunch of shit, you know? And I'm younger than him by like half a decade. He didn't leave California until he met me and flew to Connecticut. Connecticut's the farthest he's ever been, you know? And yeah, I understand some people will never travel that far in their life, But don't sit here and think you know everything about everything when you've never even left your own bubble before.
Yeah.
You know? And trying to tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about all the time. Emotional abusers will do that. They will first latch on you and, just make you feel like the best person in the world. Like, you could do no wrong. Everything you do is great. You know? You helped me so much. You're such a great person. I love you. I want to marry you one day. A whole bunch of fucking lies they'll spew at you for a good, few months. And then they slowly just try to, control your life. Control who you talk to. Control what you do. Control what you like. And I thought I misconstrued the fact that my ex would show me, different cartoons and movies and, whatever, as a way to, get me into different kinds of things that I'd never been into. But he did that just so I would exclusively like what he liked. And I never, had anything to show him because of it. And he wanted some control over me because of it. You wouldn't like that if it weren't for me. Or you wouldn't do that because of me. He tried to control my whole life and being. And then I would talk to someone that rubbed him the wrong way. He would think of every excuse in the book as to why I couldn't talk to that person or why I shouldn't talk to that person. So I lost a bunch of friends because of him too. People that I truly fucking cared about. That's what these people do. They want to control every aspect of your life, even though they fucking despise you. Just because you gave them an emotion that they never felt before. That feeling of this person really cares about me, so I'm just going to control them, so all they do is care about me. They don't get to be their own person. They don't get to have nice things. They don't get to have friends because I fucking say so. Because I'm so insecure with myself that I need someone to constantly pat me on the back 24/7. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what it was. He would plan things out for us to do when we saw each other because he wanted to do it. It was never about me and what I wanted. The one time I wanted to do something was go to fucking Vegas. And I got so much fucking scrutiny from him because we went Memorial Day weekend. Because it was my birthday. Because my birthday sometimes lands on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So it was fucking busy. And then he yelled at me the whole time because it was so fucking crowded. And I said, hey, dickhead, we didn't have to go on my fucking birthday. But I thought it would have been cool to have my birthday in Vegas, but I couldn't even have that either. He was miserable the whole fucking time. This is why I'm so heated over the Projared thing. Because I'm sure he pulled the same fucking shit with her. Wouldn't let her talk for herself. Wouldn't let her be her own person. Isolated her from everyone that he fucking cares about. His friends, his family, her whoever. Which is exactly what he did. And you could read about that in her tweets. Because that's what happened to me. Isolated me from being friends with any of his friends. So I had to go and make my own introductions. And then he got mad at me for it. But yeah, he could go and talk to my friends like it's no fucking problem, And I wasn't allowed to talk to his family, even though they all added me on Facebook. And nothing against his family, They're great people. But he would not let me talk to them or get close to them at all. Because he wasn't planning on keeping me around for that long. He just wanted what he wanted from me, and then he was going to throw me to the fucking curb. For 7 goddamn years, I dealt with that shit. No one should deal with that shit for that long. And the fact that I did makes me fucking stupid, and I realize that. But, this is like a warning to anyone who knows someone like this, is in a relationship like this, or, just see someone like this, in their general lives. Get that person out. Cut the fucking fat off from your life, which is this person.
Trim the fat.
Just trim it.
That's the message of
this
episode.
Throw it in the garbage. Goodbye. Set it on fire. You do not need that person in your life. No matter how many good times you had, no matter how much this person's supposedly done for you and helped you through a time, whatever.
Yeah, people like that are just fatty deposits sitting on your being.
Well, they fucking are. I'm sorry. I have to take another second to breathe.
Well,
I'm so angry I'm tingling, Yeah. Because this is 7 years of shit that I never got to say because I was silenced. Even when we broke up, He's the one who broke up with me. It was New Year's Day last year. 2018. He called me up, sobbing, because the guilt of being with another girl while he still had me in his life was so fucking hard for him that he just cried. And I thought it was just because he was really unstable and he needed help in therapy. No, he was just cheating on me for 4 months behind my back. And
well, with that girl for 4 months.
And you know when he told me? 2 fucking weeks after we broke up, he told me. 2 weeks after. And he was drunk. On the phone. He called me up. He's like, I have to be honest with you. I was cheating on you with another girl, and I just didn't know what to do. And it was like fucking pathetic,
He is pathetic. His whole existence is pathetic.
And then the fucking girl he cheated on me with has the fucking audacity to message me on Twitter and be like, wow, Alex said you were a really good friend of his. Bleep his name out, by the way. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding.
I'm not bleeping his name out. Because, you know what? He deserves to fucking hear this. You know what? We're calling you out, Alex. Fuck you. But, yeah, you know what? It's true. Then I sat there for 7 years and watched you deal with this shit. And I was trying to tell you, you need to leave him. And then that's what emotionally abusive people do. They make you think like, oh no, it's not me at all. He's fine. I'm going to stay with him. Oh, it's just we're going through a rough patch. But 7 years is a long time, And it's like, I'm so disgusted by his behavior, I'm disgusted by him. And like, I could see when he was here, I was not nice to him. I'm very nice to people, usually, like I always give people the benefit of the doubt. I always, try to make him feel welcome. I did nothing to make him feel welcome here because I didn't want him here, because I knew what he was doing, and it's like, I just, I would be, what's the word? Like civilized. I wasn't fucking getting screaming matches with him, but you know what? I didn't want him here because I saw what he was doing to you, and I saw like he was here, and it should be great, right? But you seem like miserable. We both seem miserable.
Yeah, because I was. And here's the fucking kicker about this fucking chick messaging me too. She fucking denied him after he broke up with me. She's like, oh, no, I'm not interested anymore. And then he went off. He's like, on Twitter, I fucking loved you. How dare you do this to me? But he was more upset about the fact that girl denied him than the fact that we broke up after 7 years. Let that fucking sink in for a second. How am I supposed to react to that? And then he called me up the next day crying about it. And I'm like, don't fucking call me. You fucking piece of shit. You're going to sit here and bitch about this girl that you cheated on me with and expect me to sympathize with you? You've got to be out of your fucking mind if you think that's going to happen. I was so red-faced angry. I didn't sleep for almost 48 hours after that. Because I was reeling, I just wanted him to leave me alone. I'm like, I can't fucking do this anymore. I can't put myself through this shit. I can't be subjected to people who are like this. And he wouldn't delete me off Facebook because he wanted to keep tabs on what I was doing and maybe weasel his way back in one day. But I wasn't letting it happen. He's blocked on everything. He doesn't know about this podcast. He doesn't know about anything that's going on in my fucking life. And I damned to keep it that way. And if he does find out about this, I don't give a fuck.
I just said his name. Come at me, bro. You know?
I don't give a fucking shit anymore. What are you going to do? Cry about it? I don't give a fuck what he says.
Is he going to get on a plane and come to Connecticut again? Oh, no, wait. He's going to go spend his money to go to fucking Utah, isn't he?
Yeah, that fucking happened too.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
Go fuck yourself. And you know what? We're very... And here's the thing.
I wouldn't be like this because I don't do this to people. But when you push someone so fucking far for a lot of years and invest a lot of emotional time and like money and just shit into them and they pull some fucking garbage like this on you and like some high school fucking garbage. Yeah, I have the right to be an asshole and I have the right to be fucking angry. And so does anyone else who's in a situation like this. Do not hold back. Go tell that fucker who's ruining your life to go the fuck away. I don't care what circumstance, it is, or, oh, well, they have this in mind, or fuck it, it doesn't matter. Get out of it. You're going to thank yourself in about 6 months when you see how much better your life is without that person. And, you know, I'm still not emotionally stable right now either. I've been working through this shit for a whole fucking year. You know, because it was so damaging to my self-esteem that I haven't even been able to look at myself in the mirror for a fucking year, practically. I don't put up pictures of myself anymore. I don't wear cute things anymore, because I think I'm ugly and gross because he put that in my fucking head. So, yeah, I've gotten a little bit better, but I'm still not there yet.
Well, at least you're getting better. And it's not going to happen overnight, but...
No, it's not.
You take steps, and you get it, because even I only dealt with it for a year, and it still took me a fucking while, you know?
Yeah.
But after that relationship, I met Chris, who was the love of my life. So that person will come for you too, Lauren. It's just, you know, Jesus Christ, that was a lot to deal with, you know? And like, it's just really disheartening to see people do this, because not only did Lauren have to deal with this in the relationship, but then we had a friend, the friend that we talked about a while ago, the traitor, who also while this was going on was pulling her bullshit. So it's like, how the fuck do you trust people?
I know.
You know, it's like, but that's the thing. You're just friends with the wrong people.
Yeah. So I completely isolated myself from the people that I care about. That's why I don't really talk to anyone anymore. And I'm losing my voice. I got so fucking angry. Yeah, that's why I don't really talk to anyone anymore, because he completely isolated me from the people that I cared about and made me believe, like, oh, this person isn't good for you and blah, blah, blah. He's the one who wasn't fucking good for me in any regard.
No.
Yeah, we've had a couple good times, a few, a handful, barely, half a handful of good times, but that doesn't justify the fact that he could go and cheat and lie and be a deceitful fucking asshole to me for years. And I caught him red-handed a few other times too, pulling some cheating shit. But I let it go because I thought it was all in my head. He played with my fucking head so much that I actually believed he wasn't cheating on me, even though he blatantly was. And I'll be honest, he was, and I'm gonna put this out there and I don't give a fuck. He was so into the cheating thing, like, as like a sexual thing, that he wanted me to cheat on him. But now I realize he wanted me to cheat so he didn't feel guilty about it.
To justify his
He wanted to hold that shit over my head. So you know what I did? I fucking cheated. Not because I wanted to, but because, oh, this will make him happy. And that makes me feel like shit, because I'm not a cheater either. But when you're so infatuated with someone and care so much about someone, you do anything for them, right? Even cheat, if it meant that they were happy. And it's not like I enjoyed it. I fucking hated it. I felt guilty the whole time, and all I wanted to do was cry. But he was so into it, and he loved it so much. Yeah, and I'm putting him on blast for it. I don't give a fuck.
Fucking gross.
He could try and come back and say whatever he wants about me. Whatever.
This is why I detest the side hoe fucking meme. Because it's a real thing that happens. And people that glorify it and think it's okay to be deceitful and lying. And here, there's a fine line between being, as Gerard falsely put it, in an open relationship where you do things like that as a couple and you're okay and things like, as long as it's mutually agreed with, and
at the beginning of the relationship,
at the beginning, and you're not deceitful about it, that's fine. It's only when it's sneaky and it's horrible and you are hurting the other person, that's when it's bad, and a lot of people don't realize that, because like, I hear this fucking garbage all the time, and it's like, if you're one of these people, then that's fine, but like, humans weren't meant to be monogamous, and it's like, well, okay, humans weren't meant to be deceitful fucking assholes, okay? If you want to fucking get in a relationship and then fuck other people, and the other person's okay with it, that's fine. But when you're doing it behind their back, and they're not okay with it, because they don't want that in their relationship, that's when you're a fucking dickhead, And it's like, the sooner we understand that, the sooner we can cut this crap. That's why there's so many divorces. That's because people feel trapped in relationships. And if you feel trapped in a relationship, you fucking leave. Alex should have left you how many years ago if that's how he was feeling?
Yeah.
Or you should have left him because he made you feel that way.
I know.
You know, and it's just like...
And it's, again, when you're delusionally thinking like, oh, I'm just being out of line and, you know, whatever, you just don't leave. And plus, I was scared to be alone. So that was the other part of it, too.
Dude, the older I get, the more I'm like, I can't be alone enough. You know?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
now I just want to be alone.
I'm
Like, I don't even want to touch a relationship for another 3 years.
Well, between this, what you dealt with your last relationship, and then me having to deal with Chris passing away, and, you know, having to deal with, like, oh, will I ever, like, find someone again? It's just, like, you and I both have been, like, through the ringer.
Well, no fucking
you know?
kidding.
I'm just, like, it's so far from my mind. I mean, now I won't say that, though, because I am kind of, like, warming up to it still, but it's been, what, like, 3 years?
Yeah.
So I'm slowly warming up to it still, but this just happened, like, a year ago. So it's going to take a while. So don't, you know, and as societal pressure, oh, you need to get married by this year. I'm like, says fucking who? You know, they used to marry people, you know, girls when they were like 12. That wasn't okay. You know, it's just like, because they didn't want to get married. It's just like, I'll get in a relationship. You could get in a relationship when you feel ready and you want to, you know, because then that's the other part of it. People said, oh, well, maybe, what's the phrase that people always say? Get over someone by getting underneath someone else. And it's just like, that's not a way to go about it.
Well, it isn't, though.
You know, you work through that's why there's so many issues. And that's why he carried garbage from a previous relationship to your relationship, because he never dealt with it. And it's like, how about instead of, you know, just avoiding things, you know, and pretending that they're not there and they don't exist, let's deal with our fucking problems and work through it, get over it, and then move the fuck on. I don't know why that's so hard for a lot of... I mean, you're still working through it, so I'm not talking about you, but like, that's the gripe with a lot of people who go through things like this, and they're like, I'm just going to die alone. And it's like, well, no, you're not going to, because as long as you deal with this, you know, and realize, hey, this is one person acting like this. You know, this is not normal behavior. Because I've been in relationships where that has happened, and then where the complete opposite has happened, where I felt loved and supported, and, you know, someone that I could confide in, and, you know, didn't judge me, and, you know, all that, all the things that you want in a relationship I've had. So it's like, oh, it's not everyone's like this. It's just I was with the wrong fucking people.
Right.
And Alex could not have been a more wrong person for you.
I know.
In so many ways. And not even just that shit, too. Just, like, on a purely, like, personal level, you just did not operate the same way. You know?
I know.
And it's
no,
like,
it's true.
It's like, it's just disgusting how he dragged it out as long as he did, and, like, did everything in his power to just, like, make you like a pawn in his little game. And it's like, it's disgusting.
He was just looking for someone to fund him as a musician.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was.
He is the definition, and I know plenty of musicians, tons of them, that are good, practical people, family people, wonderful people. He is the definition of a broke-ass musician who's just a fucking loser. And he will never amount to anything because he's wasting his life away in front of the fucking TV. And he just wants someone to take care of him because he's too afraid to do it himself.
And, you know, we wouldn't be saying this shit if it didn't get to a point, bitch, where I almost killed myself over this shit. And I'm not even going to lie about it. I almost killed myself because of him. Because I literally couldn't take it anymore. I was like, nothing I'm going to do is going to make him happy. So I might as well just die. When you get to that point, that's when you fucking leave.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I never told you that before, Meg, but it's
well,
true.
This is one way to find out about that.
Yeah.
But,
well,
yeah.
you were going through your own shit, so I didn't want to bring it up and make you fucking, you know.
Well, I know. I was trying not to kill myself either. We
Yeah.
were both in that boat. And it happened to be right around the same time, too. Like, he couldn't have done this any other time.
Oh, I know.
You know? It's just like...
I just think of all the fucking times I would just wait up for him to call me, and I, you know, just isolated myself from people. In his defense, they're probably like, oh, well, that's your own fault. Is it, though? Is it really my fucking fault that you put it into my head that, oh, I actually give a shit about you, and I'm going to call you, and I'm going to do this for you, so just wait a minute, you know, don't go here, don't do that. You know, is that my fault? I don't fucking think so.
No, he just doesn't want to look like the bad guy.
What my fault is, it's my fault for not realizing you're a terrible fucking person to me. Maybe you're not a terrible person to other people, but you are to me. You are a dreg, you know? Like, the lowest life form I ever fucking met in my life. I used to think of him so highly and thought he was interesting and, you know, very talented and whatever, you know? He's a piece of shit. You know, I fucking hope he listens to this. Because maybe they'll finally get through his thick fucking head that he has a fucking problem. Maybe that's why everyone leaves you in your life. Maybe that's why you haven't gotten as far as you've gotten. Because your attitude's so fucking terrible and you think you're fucking Jesus Christ himself and know everything. You know? That no one's taking you seriously and no one gives a shit anymore. No one fucking cares. I'm sure no one gives a shit about my problems either. But if you're choosing to listen to this, clearly you do. So, here it is. I'm putting it out there. That's what happened to me. And that's why the fucking Projared shit made me so fucking angry. Because I've been there. You know? I've been silenced to not say anything by him. When we broke up, he exclusively told me not to post about it. Or make a big deal about it. And I wasn't allowed to talk to people about it, even then. That's why after I blocked him, it all came out. What's he gonna do? He can't reach me on anything. His number's blocked. Every account we've ever had in my life, he's blocked on. Unless he miraculously makes a new one and finds you, but that's getting blocked too. He's not gonna know a fucking thing about me. Nothing. At least not from my mouth. If people want to tell him this, I don't care. But he's not hearing it from me. I refuse to talk to him ever again in my life. And I will say this again. If you are in a relationship like this, or know a friend who's doing this to someone, or you know someone like this that is personally in your life, get rid of them. You are going to thank yourself. I don't care how you do it, just fucking get rid of them. It's not worth it. Those 3 good times are not worth holding on to if they treat you like actual human garbage. And I mean it.
Yes. I agree.
Wow, I feel better.
Jeez, I had to hold on to my chair for a second.
I had to get that out, man. Because I've been so upset lately, and I'm like, maybe I just should just talk about this stuff.
Yeah, you know what? And I could bleep out his name, but I'm not going to. You know what? I don't care. We're leaving it in.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Just in time for the neighbors to start mowing their fucking lawn. So we're going to end this. God almighty. I knew it was going to fucking happen, Lauren. I knew this was going to happen.
Well, thank God, because I'm done now.
Oh, thank God. Well, we're going to put in a song. I don't know how to say it, but it's
I believe you say Kvelertak is the band's name.
We're butchering that, but...
Yeah. They are Norwegian, and I don't know how to speak Norwegian.
Is it Norwegian? I thought it was Swedish.
So. Is it?
I don't know.
It's one of them.
It's one of them. So
I'm losing my voice. I'm sorry.
So case in point, don't let people take advantage of you.
Yes.
So sorry if you could fucking hold on. Is this the neighbors doing this? I have to go look. Because if it's someone that I know, I'm gonna be fucking angry. Well, all right, we're gonna end this so you don't have to listen to this.
Let me just bring it down to a lighter note. I'm doing okay now. Everything is fine. I've been working towards building up my self-confidence again. It's, you know, it's taking its time, but, you know, I'm getting there slowly and surely. And if you're in a situation like this and you feel at your lowest, you will get there too. Just keep working through it. Bring those good people back into your life. Surround yourself with, you know, positive shit. And you're going to be just fine. Like I will be. And I know I'm going to be fine.
Yes.
You know. I need to start talking to people more, though, because I don't do that. But, yes.
But you will, and you are. You know,
yeah.
And things will get better, and, you know.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yes.
So,
okay.
All right.
Ending it on a better note. But now we have to get the fuck out because they're mowing the lawn.
Now I'm the one that's going to be pissed off because I'm going to go fucking strangle the neighbors. So
no, please don't.
No, I'm kidding. I haven't strangled the neighbors yet, I promise.
Okay. Well, we're going to end it there. Yep. Putting in Kvelertak and piecing the fuck out.
Piecing the fuck out.
We'll be back either,
I was going to say, thanks for letting us do this.
Yeah. thank you for listening to me bitch about my last relationship and how I'm working through it and all that good stuff.
Yep. So, now, great. They're going to be right outside the fucking window. So, we're going.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll be back soon for another
Soonish.
episode.
Yep.
When it's quiet.
Yep. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.